T-Mac, you said if you replaced Kobe on the Lakers and got to play with a prime Shaq, you would have won rings too. There was a lot more to it.
Ring.
Oh, ring. Ring. Shit, boy.
I was just projecting.
I got you.
One is so close to none. But a lot of people have opinions about what you said. Most of them were negative, but Gil came to your defense multiple times in the aftermath on this very couch, reminding people that the debate back in the early 2000s was between you and Kobe as the top shooting guards in the league. So would you care to elaborate, clarify, or even address the haters' response to your comment?
So here's the deal, right? Like, when we talking basketball, we talking hypotheticals all the fucking time. All the time, right? And it was around the ring culture of what we were talking about. And we talking early 2000s. People went to the Rocket years, and like we specifically talking about a very minute time in my career when I was on that level, right? That's what we talking about. So I'm looking at Shaq. And you got to think, San Antonio and the Lakers won all the fucking championships at that time. Like nobody else was winning. So when I said it, and here's what I do want to say. Ain't nobody replacing Kobe, right? Nobody's replacing Kobe. And people forget that I'm one of the biggest advocates out here defending when Kobe is disrespected. And if anybody took disrespect to what I said, it's on you. Right? Because I didn't mean, it wasn't no disrespect to my brother Bean. Top 5, wherever y'all have him, for me, he's one of the greatest, and I'll put him in that top 5 all time. But it just goes back, when I look at who I was as a player at this time, and I'm looking at Shaq, the most dominant basketball player, and I'm seeing myself playing with a cat like Shaq. Based off of the conversation around ring culture. Hell yeah, I would have won a ring with Big Fella, right? And the reason I say that is because when you go back to early 2000 and you look on that all NBA list, who's right there with Kobe? I'm on that first team. I see you, Nick.
Yeah.
And I want
one of my favorite players. I wore number 1.
You his favorite player.
That's the fucking funny part.
That's number 1.
But here's what I want.
But
I want you to challenge that.
Yeah.
I want you to challenge that. Right? Don't hold shit back. I want you to challenge that.
I got you.
I ain't gonna take no offense to anything. Just don't be disrespectful.
I ain't gonna
fighting this motherfucker. But, no, I'm joking. But when I look at the player who I was at this specific time, I'm not saying I'm Kobe. I don't have to be Kobe to play with Shaq and win a championship. D-Wade proved that, didn't he? Right? D-Wade proved that. We're talking about a very small time in my career when I was considered top 5 player in the NBA. That's all we're talking about. And looking at based off of what Shaq and who he was
at that moment
in time, throw me in there. That's no disrespect to Bean.
Not at all.
No disrespect to Bean. Man, he's dog. The man is one of the greatest top 5 players ever. But we talking about that small, minute time. Swaggy.
I would have won one.
Swaggy.
Everybody said they would have won one. Y'all could have won one. See,
first of all,
this is what I say. You know what? I ain't knocking the talent both of y'all had, but you ain't got the mindset to go in there and say either Shaq or me that win the championship. Like, y'all could have got that. Y'all own the team.
They didn't win that.
Y'all could have went and got a Shaq. Like, Kobe went in there and said, get this fat motherfucker out here. Like, you got to have that type of guts. Y'all got the talent, but the nuts like that.
Hold on.
Like, telling somebody to get rid of Shaq, and they do it.
Swag.
They lost.
Listen.
But
But
they
he
lost.
won after that,
No,
though.
but what I'm saying is at that moment in time, so when I said I can replace somebody, I'm not talking about Kobe. I'm talking about 15, the 15 player. That's where I was at that time. When I'm saying where I was the last person on the bench.
But look at the mindset of Kobe at 20-something and tell somebody to get rid of one of the greatest centers.
That wasn't at 20?
He was in high school, dog.
20-something.
He was in high school.
I know where I was at.
So I was at the end of the bench, so I can replace the nigga at the end of the bench. That was easy. right? That you. Let's replace. We both not playing. I can get that ring.
But
right? Worst case scenario, maybe Derek Fisher. I don't know if I had defense like that at that moment in time, but in 01, I wasn't shit in 01. I was a bench player. but I can sit on the end of the bench 03, 04 and win a championship.
Well, you don't know. We're not talking about that.
Oh, but
we're talking about taking somebody out.
But you know the funny part about this.
But listen though.
Not taking motherfuckers.
But this is but you're talking
about let's talk basketball and why not though.
99 to
so the mindset part.
That's what I'm saying.
But you talking about telling Shaq to going to tell them to get Shaq out of there? He was like 24, 25 years old.
But that's the mindset Kobe had. Like, he taking shots, fuck Shaq at this point. It's about me.
But that's why they lost.
But
see, nobody wants to give
it over. He got 5.
No, see, you're talking about the future. We're talking about this moment in time.
No, Nick, don't go too far.
So where are we saying that?
2000 to 2002.
We talking 2000. No, we going 2000, 2004. We give you that.
Two first team All NBA selections.
And that's around that time. He got Shaq out there.
No, we got Shaq out what? 2005,
four.
But they already had 3 chips at this time.
Yeah, so they wanted. Yeah, so they wanted 3 chips. So I had this conversation with Derek Fisher.
His mindset was like, I'm not number 2.
But
it's me or him.
Now,
and I got mad because when they didn't even say I was a part of it. Remember when Kobe said he got mad when he kept saying it's Shaq?
Right, but did they win though?
No. See, and that's the problem that nobody wants to admit, especially if
they didn't win.
If you're a Kobe fan. And I had this conversation. I said, what happened to championship 4 and 5? And this is what Derek Fisher was saying. He said, during that three-peat, we're sitting there watching Kobe go from a Robin to him. Like, we're sitting there like, yo.
We always watching
like,
that.
Who team is my... Like,
we always watching that.
You know, Shaq is like, y'all know who... And they're sitting there like, yo... Young fellas like that. So he said, so we start the next year. Shaq is hurt. He said, so Kobe takes reign. And that's when Kobe starts the season off killing. Shaq comes back. And they're like, yo, hey, take a back seat. And he was like, no. So he said, so what ends up happening is these two are what's the name? So Shaq is like, I ain't playing defense. You ain't, pass me the ball.
Yeah.
So he said, we would have won the 4th one if it was still Shaq in front.
Yeah.
Because Shaq in front, he played his game. Yeah. Kobe was going to do Kobe no matter what. So Shaq wasn't ready to be a number 2, and that hurt his feelings. And because it hurt his feelings, he wasn't fucking around.
What he's saying.
That's the mindset.
But listen,
you gotta have.
Listen, no.
T-Mac.
No.
T-Mac is the best player in the league. I could go into Orlando office and say, get Patrick Ewing, Orlando out the way. Get who else you had?
What is the goal? What's the goal?
Armstrong ass out of here and go get me some players. I can do that.
What's the goal?
Listen to what was saying. Derek Fisher is saying, if Shaq would have stayed the number 1 option, we would have won 4 and 5.
Listen.
He's saying because of this. Shaq as the number 1, he plays number 1. Kobe is going to be Kobe, 1 or 2. Shaq at 2, he wasn't mentally ready for being the second option.
Nick,
so you only had Kobe doing him, and Shaq was mentally not there.
But
so when you're saying the reason that you didn't win 4 and 5 is because Kobe at that moment in time wanted to prove he was the number 1 option and say, fuck these championships. And Shaq at that time was like, all right, you're the number 1 option? All right, let's see. So he's willing to let him try to do it on his own.
Yeah, but that's
so you don't win 4
That's
or 5.
what I'm talking about as winning a championship.
So you're willing,
who's got that mindset?
You're willing to lose. So you're willing to lose.
But Shaq went to Miami and played number 2 for D-Wade.
Because he got convinced then. But you're willing to lose 4 and 5. See, if this was Kobe in 2009-10, if this was Kobe in 2009 and 10, that mentality, if he had that mentality back then, he would have been like, yeah, big fella, it's still your team. Because he knew, long as I say it's your team, don't mean it's your team.
Yeah.
I'm going to still come down here. Now I get to make you play defense. I get to make you play defense because if you're not the number one option mentally, you're not giving us shit down here. You're not being big
Nick,
fella.
But
Swag, let me ask you this. So you're saying because Kobe has the mentality to get rid of Shaq and try to do it on his own is the reason why you don't think I can go in and play with Shaq to win a chip?
Because you had the opportunity to do that type of stuff, though.
How?
You had a team, you had a whole franchise in your league. You could have went in there and said, get rid of this person and get this person.
How?
You don't need a shot. You could have went and got somebody else.
How?
The same way Kobe did. That's what I'm saying.
Kobe ain't do that.
He got rid of. He got
rid of Shaq.
Hold on, but
no, they did. They still won 2 more with that.
Yeah, see, you're moving the goalpost to when he's 30. We're talking about when he's 24.
Nick, hold on, Gil. Hold on.
All right,
Swag, hold on, Swag.
You're talking about 24 mentality.
Let's go back. You're going too far. Let's go back. I told you, it's a small little area. We're talking about early 2000, 2003, 2004. How am I going to go into my management and tell them to get rid of injured Grant Hill to better my team?
You got to do what you got to do. You got to have that mama
mentality.
Mama mentality, but fuck everybody to win a championship.
And what's so funny is what you're saying is the result of why he's disrespected.
See, you Kobe say it's your team. If y'all would use that against him.
No.
If he say it's Shaq team.
If he's smart.
Not if he didn't mean it.
Everybody said it was Shaq team. He's just making him feel better.
So you got to fight against that if you really want to be the number one player ever.
What does it matter?
You got to fight against all.
So, bro.
Let me
ask you, bro.
If he has 7 rings right now.
That's what I was just about to say. I was just about to say,
exactly.
if they won 6 or 7 rings straight, man, Kobe would be the greatest basketball player ever. With Shaq.
But y'all don't even count as 5. Y'all say he got 3 on being a sidekick.
But this not
him getting 5 more with Shaq. That just builds Shaq up.
But I'm gonna tell you what the
Kobe is on number 11 in people's eyes. Stephen Curry in front of him.
I'm gonna tell you the problem. This was the problem.
I see what you got.
This was the problem that no one thought about or looked at during that time. Is Kobe won his 3rd ring, right? And at that time, he's the first shooting guard who is considered the next Michael Jordan. Just did what Michael Jordan did, 3-peated.
Yeah.
And still.
Who came back that year?
Who came back where? Oh, MJ.
MJ came back in the NBA, while Kobe won his 3rd ring. What do you think the MJ media started doing? MJ was never a second option on a... See, nobody thinks about the narrative of what happened. MJ's media did exactly what MJ's media do. NBC, all of it. Oh, those are not real.
This, bro.
You're second option. You're just a Robin. No one
that was glorified. The media, bro.
That was the media.
Because as players, when we watching this shit, when I'm watching Cole in 2000, my brother can tell you, bro, I'm in my living room. When I'm watching the NBA Finals and Shaq fouls out of that game and Kobe took over, bro, I'm running around my fucking, because that's at this time, this my dude, right? I'm running around my house going crazy watching my dude take over this game, bro. That's when I was like, oh, yeah, this motherfucker arrived, bro. Like, he is that dude. So when I'm watching him at that time, I'm not looking at him to be a sidekick or a second option to Shaq. Hell no, I'm looking at him like he's that dude. He was putting up crazy numbers alongside of him. Could it be a case that the media, same thing what they did with KD, right? Listening to the media, what they was portraying, you can't win championship, right? So he got to go to Golden State, wins the championship, he falls into that, and I don't know if that's true. I'm just saying, could it be the same thing happened to Cole, where they were saying he was a second option, called him the sidekick, and then he goes.
I'm listening to everything. I'm there. I'm just sitting there, just, and that's where it becomes from, because I even had. They didn't even have. I remember it was They had you. This was they used to do the GM survey.
Yeah.
In the GM surveys, they did like the best small forward, best shooting guard. They did all that weird like best one-on-one. They started changing it. So they said best shooting guard. They always had you at the small forward, and they had him at the shooting guard.
Then
and then that year you led the league in scoring. They put you to shooting guard to see where you ranked. So you were second in shooting guard, and then first in small forwards. And then the very next year, that category didn't even exist no more.
Yeah.
Right? So it was, I'm sitting there, I used to watch it in real time.
Yeah.
So I seen what the MJ media was doing. And then when Kobe was going into that next year, there was no way he was going to go and start that season saying he's a second option because he's like, wait, I'm three-time champ. Where's this Jordan talk? And it was like, yeah, Jordan's here now. The GOAT's here. And that's what really pissed him off. That's why he was going at him so hard. That's why he was going at him so hard and why it was so personal to him, because he comes back in the middle of what he's doing and nobody's giving him the love for it. And he's like, all right, I'm about to show y'all what. Because then it becomes, you don't got no scoring titles, you ain't got no MVPs, and it was just like.
Yeah, but just going back to, that time and the comments, like it was no disrespect to Cole, but when I looked at myself as a player at that particular time,
the
you know what I mean? Like,
justifiably so.
Come on, man.
you got to go from like what I had to go through as a rookie. Similar to what Kobe, like we came in and we sat our ass down and we had our coach like going at us, you know what I mean? Didn't give us that opportunity. So to experience that, and then Vince comes the next year, right? Takes the league by storm his rookie year. So now my development is kind of delayed a little bit in terms of that. So I'm coming off the bench. I don't really start until my third year, bro. And I ain't even start like majority of those games, I don't think. So to get to Orlando and then I take off and I'm competing against Kobe Bryant, my nigga. Like, what? I'm on first team with Kobe.
I had a little baby curl like you.
Think about who.
I had the baby curl.
Think about who's in the league at this time. Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Allen Iverson, Paul Pierce, Kobe Bryant, Dirk, Steve Nash. All these greats, my nigga. And a nigga like me is on NBA first team and top 5 in MVP voting. What? You don't think I'm supposed to feel that way? I'm supposed to feel like that. I'm supposed to feel like that. You know what I mean? I'm like, man.
I would if I did any of those things.
I'm supposed to feel that way. There's no disrespect, my brother. That man, no, bro. Oh, bro, that man, when they accomplish what he's accomplished now, bro, let's come down to the 75th floor. Them motherfuckers on the 100th floor. Let's have a conversation on the 75th floor. Let's have that. You know what I'm saying? But you got to think. What is it? What do you think it takes to be the main guy to win that championship? Like, give me some things in basketball, what it takes.
For me, for you, I don't know. For you, I think you just need it.
No, not. I'm saying not for me, but I'm saying the mindset of a player to win a championship. Win some of the intangibles.
A little bit of everything. It's the mindset of kill everything. You know, I've seen that with Kobe. I've seen that with Steph. You know, I've seen the preparation with Draymond and all of them, how they get ready for games and with the Warriors. And sometimes teams are just better than, like, the Warriors, we were just pretty much better than everybody. But
So, Nick, let me ask you. I was first team All-NBA. Shaq is averaging 38 and 16 in the finals.
Yes.
If I was Shaq's teammate, me and Shaq, at that time, look at the league.
I don't know. Penny Hardaway didn't get one, you know?
Penny was a second-year player.
I'm just saying.
Penny Hardaway was older than Shaq. I'm sorry, I don't know what basketball you're
not going to say
and this is all hypothetical talk, but I'm like,
Like,
I'm not
Shaq didn't win championships in there because there was a nigga named Michael Jordan.
Swag,
Did y'all forget there was Michael Jordan in the NBA back then? He was whooping ass before, retired. So you had 2 years to win. Shaq team wasn't ready. He was young when he got there. When he did develop, Jordan was back.
Swag.
Jordan was winning.
Yeah, hold on, Swag. Hold on, Swag. Swag.
You was cold,
Swag.
bro. I'm not lying that he wasn't cold, but
no. Swag. Averaging 30 every playoff series at that time. Lead
2000.
Swag.
Not 2009.
Swag. Leading fourth quarter in scoring at 8 points a game. Swag. Second in free throws behind guess who? Shaquille O'Neal. Leading the league in scoring. Swag.
Who was the second?
He could have got one.
Who was the second best center in the league back then?
Nigga, nobody.
Swag, you're going.
I'm just saying, I could have went and got that man.
Okay.
How?
Who was the second best center?
Then?
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
McGlure? I don't know who the fuck was the best center back then.
Jesus.
Yes.
No, it was Matamba.
In 02, 01?
No, he was
McGlure.
Oh. Yeah, shit, he made the All-Star team.
Vlade Divac?
Yeah.
Like you're talking about, like, because when Shaq came in, there was a time where all the skinny centers that was coming in said we're gonna be power forward.
Yeah.
So they all went to the power forward and was scared of the center spot. Jermaine O'Neal. Well, no, he didn't pop off yet. He didn't pop off yet. When you're talking about 01, 02,
he wasn't even playing when they played him in Portland.
But he wasn't he wasn't with Indiana yet.
Dirk won it, I think, 01, 02. It was second team behind Shaq at center.
Oh, see, they had him.
They were doing some janky stuff.
They were just putting him at center. He was no fucking center.
There
was no center.
Dikembe also in the mix.
It's all hypothetical, man. Yeah, we don't know, but I feel if I played with Shaq at that time, hell yeah. Bro.
You know the funny part is?
Hell yeah, bro.
When the Bulls retired, the favorite to win the championship was the Lakers. This was in '98.
Yeah.
This is Kobe's first year as a starter.
Yeah.
And the team was favored to win the championship. They had a lockout and Spurs ended up winning it.
Yeah.
And then when they lost that, guess who came? Phil Jackson. That's when Phil Jackson was like, oh shit, they're championship ready.
Yeah.
So Phil came in, and then that's when they won. But they was favored in '98 when Kobe just became, because they had Glenn Rice. They had Glenn Rice at the time.
That's where they messed up at.
You're acting like people just won with Shaq now.
No.
We're talking about at that time.
No, we're talking about.
He had Eddie Jones.
Yeah, but it was Jordan. No, this is Jordan's era.
Yeah.
You're
tapping into MJ's era now.
This is MJ. Remember, they three-peated at the end. They retired. He retired
in 90 what?
98.
97, 98. So the favorites in 98, going into that 98 season when the Bulls broke up. Yeah. When the Bulls broke up, Shaquille O'Neal, Lakers.
Wait, so the three was 96.
No, 99 to 02.
So Shaquille O'Neal's Lakers was favored in 98. This would have been Kobe's first year as a starter. So it was him, Glenn Rice, and Kobe.
Actually, that was 03, right?
Huh?
No,
99 to 03, right?
What?
Their championship.
99, 02. So 99, 2000, 2001, 02. Yeah. So they were favorite, and then they end up losing Spurs. So Spurs swept them, won the championship, and then Phil Jackson came in, and then they three-peated.
But the Lakers messed up. Lakers, I think they messed up when they got rid of their shooters and brought in, who's that? Karl Malone.
That following year.
On that 04 team.
It was Gary Payton.
They messed that team up.
No offense to GP, but
you can't. GP and Karl Malone, you can't have them not together.
GP and Kobe. So I'm looking at how Phil Jackson played, or how GP averaged 20 in
Miami.
The 03. No, when he was in. He would have been in Milwaukee. He averaged 20 in Milwaukee. So he comes to the Lakers because I'm a free agent that year. So Brian Russell opts out to go to the Lakers, which gave me more money. So that's what. So that gave me more money. So I'm looking at it and I'm like, Kobe nor Jordan had a real point guard that had the ball. So what is Gary Payton guard?
It makes sense to me.
So I'm like, that's going to be such a clash because they both want that elbow. They want to both kind of post up.
Yeah.
They might as well just keep Derek Fisher and use that money for somebody else, and they end up clashing anyway.
Yep.
Oh, they did trade Derek Fisher, huh?
No, Derek Fisher stayed. He came off the bench to.
He did?
Yeah, to GP.
To GP.
So Gil, you talk about the MJ media, NBA on NBC.